Hey, Shalom. Okay, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. And let me give double honor to our apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, that ruled well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel, that are people of Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian descent. All right, here we go. I'm not sure if this is real or not, but the technique of North America, universal identity card. And you know what's under this devil's agenda is appointing a universal basic income. And I think this has been identified. This has been identified with that. So again, I'm not sure if this is real or not. Because you see how they sending out their minions. You know, Esau's sending out the madmen, and they're pretty much is voiding out your rights, civil rights, and they just pretty much is just demanding everybody show that they're a citizen of Babylon, a citizen of Egypt. You know, and because you see all the massive videos that are coming up, so you know that's part of this devil's New World Order, his enterprise, which he's planning on springing upon the world. And Lord willing, it'll be sooner than what we think, man. Lord willing, this is like within weeks. I wish it was days, but weeks, or because this ain't no years from now. This is something that's popping off now. So before I begin, let me read a precept real quick. Let me read a precept real quick. This is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, "Son of man, I have appointed you as a watchman for Israel," toward the 12 tribes of Israel. And you 2/3 niggas that literally aren't listening. This is for you as well. You must receive this warning. So you can be marked in your simple-minded ass empty head. Whenever you receive a message from me, warn people immediately. And this is just daily that the prophets are receiving messages from our power, from on high, man. The spiritual thing of ours, and these messages, and they're all over the net, social media, and so on. Because in all reality, you have no excuse for not being able to be putting up anything. And I'm talking about the ones that should be out here laboring in this truth, highways and byways, at home or whatever. There's literally no excuse, man, at this point. The devil is helping you along. This devil is literally helping you. And I have an example of that, because by helping, you should be watching. Watching means listening as well. Just listen to these devils, man. Just listen to them. All right. Let me read this. If I warn the wicked, say, no, I'm not going to warn. I'm not going to continue to read any more of this. I should. This is pretty relevant. All right. But let me do this here. Just listen to these devils here. They're bold and speaking about their this New World Order that's coming. And they're using those exact words. Listen to this devil here.
It's really astonishing, right? So if you look at the last 3 quarters, it's 4% growth, 4% growth, and now we're looking at something like 5% growth. And the 5% growth is 1.5% lower than the real number because of the government shutdown. And so we're seeing numbers like we saw right at the beginning of the Reagan administration, a little bit during the dot-com years, but there have been very, very few times in American economic history where things were as strong as they are. And I think that the reason is that President Trump's policies have really, really helped. So if you look at the big, beautiful bill, that we've got expensing, we've got no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime.
Davos, we know there's the big housing speech. What else can we anticipate?
There's also going to be some look at the New World Order that President Trump is creating. And, a lot of countries that were...
There you go.
Some look at the new world order that President Trump is creating, and a lot of countries that. Some look at the new world order that President Trump is creating, and a lot of countries that were whining about tariffs 6 months ago and saying that President Trump was going to harm their economies had pretty good years. And
this devil's on its way out, man. This devil's on its way out. So we told you it wasn't going to be a smooth ride or just a hop, skip, and a jump into the kingdom. It's going to be a bumpy road. It's going to be a hell of a bumpy road, man. And with this devil bringing in his new world order, he's seizing your freedoms. He's seizing it, man. The Ghetto Boys song, City Under Siege. What's that movie with Denzel Washington? Is it, Denzel Washington movie? You know what? I probably end up watching that. Denzel Washington, a white dude, older white dude who's all fucked up in the head right now. He has like Alzheimer, or he's real messed up. Bruce Willis. Who else? What is that movie? Let me see if I can find that. Let me hit up that demon Denzel, one of the worst of our people. It's a demon, man. As you can see. I think it's Siege. I can't remember the name of that movie, but I'm going to try and find it today and watch it. Because it's going down. And in that movie, man, they were specifically looking for, Ishmaelites, but, Arabs. So the modern day, people can know who I'm talking about. Modern day term. But they about to get down, man. They're coming after everyone. Come on, where's it at? It usually gives you a list of their, Cry of Freedom, Glory, Malcolm X, The Hurricane Training Day, Flight, Fences. It's weird how it's not even on the acting credits and accolades. Why isn't it on there? Let me find this real quick. I thought it was kind of beautiful how they've always told us that these things were coming in their wicked ways, revealing the message. They've always been revealing the message. Let me just do it this way. Yeah. Let me find this. As if you guys haven't even, not familiar with it. But there's a lot of people that aren't. You'd be surprised. Especially a lot of young Jakes, man, because they were kids when this came out, when this movie come out. Babies, so they wouldn't be interested in watching this till now. Especially those that are woke up to this truth. Let me find this, man. Look, this man is in all kind of stuff, man. Faith. Devil in Blue Bears, Virtuality, Crimson Tide. Philadelphia Experience. Training Day. The Siege. There it is. The Siege. Let me just read about it real quick. '98. I knew it would come out back then somewhere. After terrorists attack a bus in Brooklyn, a Broadway theater in the FBI headquarters, FBI anti-terrorist expert Anthony Hubert Denzel Washington teams up with CIA agent to investigate soon martial law. Martial law is declared in New York City, and General William Devereux Willis, a sadistic racist, is put in command. And, and what's going on? And though they may have Jakes actually working for ICE as well, that don't mean a damn thing. They're still, you know, serving the orders of the devil, these devils, man. And most of those devils as ICE are a bunch of racist devils, man. You know, a sadistic racist is put in command when the devil begins rounding up Arab Americans and forcing them into detention camps. Hubert and Carafe must fight back in the name of freedom. It's a bad movie, man. It's a very good movie. Highly recommend you see it. So after this, I'll probably do a search on how I can watch it. So let's get back to that. This is Devil's Enterprise, man. It says this here. Job 20:22. In the midst of plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome by misery. May the Most High give them a belly full of trouble. May the Most High rain down his anger upon them. When they try to escape an iron weapon, a bronze-tipped arrow will pierce them. That's those nuclear missiles, you know, this devil's going to use, that's going to bring in his end, you know, his ending. It's funny how this devil's going to help bring in his own ending, his own destruction, man. You know, the arrow is pulled from their back and the arrowhead glistening with blood. The terrors of death are upon them. Their treasures will be thrown into deepest darkness. A wildfire will devour their goods, consuming all they have left. The heavens will reveal their guilt, and the earth will testify against them. And you've seen that you've seen that now. You see their guilt. This man portraying himself as a victim now. He's portraying himself as, you know, as a victim, as the victim now. As you can see, he's not racist no more, but everyone else is racist. He's not a thief or a criminal or a murderer, but he portrays everyone else that he is, that they are, but him. But here you are, we have the receipts, man. Ain't that what the apostles and those always use? The term, the receipts. We have the receipts. As I'm, again, the receipts.
It's really astonishing, right? Like, so if you look at the last 3 quarters, it's 4%. Some look at the new world order that President Trump is creating, and you know, a lot of countries that.
And I'm not going to go into much. Everyone knows that this man is looking to steal land that's not for sale. That's funny, man. That's literally funny, man. And this is this man's plan: total control, putting the people in complete slavery, man. That's ruled by technology, you know, AI. A sadistic devil. Can't explain it no other way. A sadistic devil. It says this, and I'm going to get a couple of them precepts. Because this man is it. This is it for this devil. The heavens will reveal their guilt, and the earth will testify against them. A flood will sweep away their houses. The Most High's anger will descend on them in torrents. This is the reward that the Most High gives the wicked. It is the inheritance decreed by the Most High. And who is the wicked? If you don't know that by now, then you definitely in a deep slumber, man. Which the scriptures refer to the wicked, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's sword. What other man on this earth is punishing the tribes, man? And that's plain and simple. That's obvious. The wicked. The so-called white man, the self-proclaimed white man. This motherfucker claimed to be a white man. Let me get that. It shouldn't be hard to find in Proverbs. Where is it a song? It's a song. It shouldn't be hard to find. I should just put which is thy sword. It should not be right. What, Psalm 60, maybe 60 something? No, Psalm 17. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world. So it's gotten specific, a little bit more specific there, which have their portion in this life. Now, there it is. It's breaking it down for you, who this man is. And actually, showing you that this is who this man is, because their spokesmen are coming out speaking for them all, representing them all. And that's this man's an example.
It's really astonishing, right?
Your boy here, an Edomite. That's an Edomite. A proud Edomite, I might add. That have their portion in this life, man. That have their portion in this life that, come on. Do I need to explain? They have the better lands, houses. They have, inheritances, old money. Look at the world banks and who controls them. Look at the military and who runs the militaries. Come on, I'm just trying to put some common sense in your head. From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world which have their portion in this life. That's the KJV. And whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children and lead the rest of their substance to their babes. I don't know. Well, actually, I do, but you don't. And that's a small fraction of our people. But that's not something that's common amongst the 12 tribes of Israel. That's not common at all, man. But I do know of one dude, man, who got it going on, literally got it going on in this world, man. Worldly as all hell. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. So this devil's, they're pushing their agenda. They're trying to push that agenda. It's like they're in a hurry now. So much is happening that with these devils provoking, their allies to be enemies. He's provoking the world, period, man. That, come on, things can't be too far from total destruction. Can't be too far from World War III popping off, man, from what it looks like. Because this man is moving. He's moving. He's making moves, man. He's making things happen. So again, you got to be in that spirit of constant prayer, man. That, and you know that Yahweh is hearing our prayers. You know it because He hears it. Especially from his sincere fellow laborers, prophets, that are out down here crying, man. That you literally have to be in that spirit, constantly crying unto the Lord, like He said. He even said it. Pray without ceasing. And really what I'm saying, that the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is literally giving you that spirit of crying without ceasing. Because hell is coming upon this world, man. And we're starting to feel it. We're starting to feel it. And though we've always been living in this hell and been aware of it, it's this hell that is getting hot, man. It's getting hot. That's why that screensaver that a lot of people use, a lot of us use, becoming more and more. I don't have it here. Slock it. It's the brother. It's the brother, the prophet, walking through the narrow gate with the fire on both sides. I thought I had it up though. I forgot I even had the screensaver. I thought I had it, but the brother walking between the fire on one side and the flood on the other side. That narrow gate, and that's literally becoming more and more obvious what that scripture means. That narrow gate, man. You know. So, anyway, continue on watching. This devil is making moves, man. So again, watch. You know, we might some more information might be coming out on this ID here, you know, and how authentic it is. You know, I don't know. So, close. Let me close with one more. You know, Most High is disappointing us. He's going to disappoint this devil. Let me close with 5. Job 5. Job 5. More specific, Job 5 and 12. He says this here. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sour and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands maketh whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And that's, you got to have confidence in that, in these times. Walking that narrow path. You got to have confidence in these precepts. You got to have faith in these precepts, man. You know, like he said that, you know, he that continueth unto the end. Okay. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. And we're in that time of war now. Jacob's trouble is a time of war, man. You know, it may not be world war, but it's war. It's war. All right. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. And man, this is going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be like one of those sci-fi movies that we watch, man, that we love to watch. You know, because this right here is showing you that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to be the major player in this equation, you know, which the world doesn't include. So that's when faith is going to, even when all hell, like I said, you know, personally, the hell that I'm going through and the brothers is going through, man, come on. Let's be serious here. Even though some going through more and, you know, we all going through hell, man. You know, I can't wait because it's going to give me pleasure just seeing these devils. So it's giving me pleasure now watching these devils suffer that's always had it good, man. Your whole mind state, your whole thinking should be as a man of war, like we're being taught to be. We're being taught to have the same mind state of our power, man. You know, as it says here, that Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. So, you know, Regardless, ain't none of this is going to change. So you might as well accept it. Getting that mind state and go out like the God that what Yahushua wants you to go out as. Unto death. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. And that's the state of mind that we're learning to be. Men of war, man. And though we're not being lifted up to pick up swords and guns and knives and whatever and go out there on those streets and ride and do what the 2/3 are going to be raised up to do. No. That mind state, man, that's going to keep you stable and keep you calm for what's coming. He's telling us to embrace what's coming pretty much. Embrace it. It's beautiful, man. This is beautiful. So, was there more to this? See how it does that? Here we go. No, where's it at? Anyway, I'm not going to find it. I don't even know what happened to it. It was Job that I had. Wasn't it Job 5? What happened to it? Oh, did I? It's like, I don't know what happened to it. So I'm going to close there. So, hope you're edified and inspired to continue on in His truth. Let's give all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.